Hi guys, welcome back to your English class. Today we will be continuing with the lesson No Ordinary Soldier, and today's topic is analyzing relationships. So today we will be discussing about the relationships between Sanjay Singh and his daughter, also the relationship between Geeta and Jung Bahadur, and so on. So let's get started. Now let's look at the relationship between Sanjay Singh and Geeta, that is father and daughter. Okay, so this is a little chart I have here. Okay, between whom is the relationship? So we know that we are talking about Geeta and her father. Okay, and over here we are writing about the relationship. Okay, so the first question is, how does Geeta feel about her father? Okay, so after reading the lesson, we know that Geeta loves her father very much. She misses him and worries about his safety. And this is why she gives him the doll, if you remember. So over here, okay, how does Geeta feel about her father? You need to write that Geeta loves her father very much. She misses him and she worries about his safety. How do you know it? Okay, what are the clues in the lesson that tell you this? Or you could even quote sentences. Okay, so over here, we know this because she named the doll after him. If you have actually read the lesson, okay, you should know this. She has named the doll after him. That's the first point. And the second point is that she gives him the doll when she sees that he is worried, and she tells him that this doll is a lucky doll and it will take care of him, and he can always remember her when he sees the doll. Okay, so we find that Geeta and her dad have a very loving relationship between each other. He misses her and she misses him too, just like any other father-daughter relationship. Okay, if you have any friends, dad who is in the army, or if your dad is in the army, I'm sure you would feel the same way like Geeta. You would also miss your dad, okay, who is far away. He may not be in the army, he may have some other job, or he may be out on some business, and usually we do miss our parents who are far away. Okay, so now coming to the next relationship. Okay, this is between, okay, Sanjay Singh and Jung Bahadur. Okay, so this is between the colonel and the doll that Geeta gives him. So how do you think he feels about the doll? He loves the doll because it reminds him about his daughter who he has left at home, right? His daughter gives him the doll, and whenever he looks at the doll, it reminds him about her. He feels a little closer to her, okay? And how do you know? Okay, what are the examples given in the text or the sentences? You need to read through the lines, okay? So we know this because he goes back to collect the doll which he had left behind, as this was a gift from his daughter. If you have read the lesson, you will know that he leaves the doll behind in the bunker, and then he goes back, okay, for it. And as he goes back for it, he saves the life, okay, of himself and many soldiers. Read the story, okay, and you would find that the doll is a very lucky doll, okay, and it saves Geeta's dad from meeting with a terrible accident or from dying, and it also, okay, saves a lot of young army men. Okay, so remember, the doll was very, very lucky. So the colonel, okay, he loves the doll because it reminds him about his daughter, okay, in the first part, and later on he also believes that the doll is a very lucky doll, okay, and he starts to love it even more. He keeps it more closer to him. Clear? Now let's look at this last slide. Okay, the change in feelings. Now if you remember, as I already told you in the beginning of the story, okay, the Sanjay Singh took the doll, okay, because it was a gift from his daughter. He did not have any particular feelings for it. It's just that his daughter gave it to him, so he took it and he kept it near him, right? He just took it because it was a gift from his daughter. But later on, when, okay, the doll saves the life of Sanjay Singh and also the soldiers, okay, everybody believes that the doll is extremely lucky, and Jung Bahadur starts keeping the doll, okay, like it is a very lucky doll. He starts even believing that the doll is lucky, okay, and he believes that it is like a blessing from his daughter, okay. So in the beginning, remember, he takes the doll just because he feels it would hurt his daughter's sentiments. So he takes the doll, okay, it reminds him of his daughter, okay. But in the second part of the story, he believes that the doll is very lucky, and it saves his life, it saves the life of his soldiers, okay. So he believes it's lucky and it is a blessing from his daughter. So you can see how the change, okay, there is a change in feelings in the beginning of the story and in the end of the story, okay. If you remember the Golden Goose last year, I have taught you the same thing, the change in the character's feelings, how the old lady in the beginning, she was very greedy, but then in the end she became she was very sad, okay. She realized the folly of being greedy, okay. So in every story you should always find, okay, a change in the feelings of the character. Clear? So this is all for today. In case you have any doubts, please feel free to give me a call or to message me. Okay, so bye bye and take care.